of the AFC Champions League 2020, Ulsan Hyundai.
You're listening to the K-League United podcast, proud partner of Football Nation Radio.
Hello, and welcome to the weekend, the bite-sized preview edition of the K-League United podcast. I'm Paul Neat, and coming up in this episode, George Slade previews round 8 in K-League 2, and Peter Hampshire looks ahead to the weekend's action in the top flight as K-League 1 reaches round 12. But first, here are the news headlines. South Korea learned of their opponents for the forthcoming Olympics. Kim Hak-bom's K-League Heavy Under-23 squad will face New Zealand, Honduras and Romania. Police say they are investigating FC Seoul captain Ki Sung-young and his father over allegations of land speculation. This is amid a Blue House-led crackdown on using inside information to purchase land designated for public housing projects. And Son Heung-min sets a new personal goal-scoring record in the English Premier League, reaching 15 for the season after finding a 90th minute winner in Tottenham's 2-1 victory over Southampton. Spurs began life without Jose Mourinho, who was sacked earlier this week. Our top story this week, South Korea will face New Zealand, Honduras and Romania in Group B during this summer's Olympic Games in Tokyo. South Korea faced the possibility of meeting Japan in the quarterfinals, who were drawn in Group A. South Korea's first match will be against New Zealand on July 22nd at Kashima Stadium. One of the 2012 bronze medal winners, Ki Sung-young, is the subject of a police investigation for land speculation. Ki and his father were booked in Gwangju on Thursday for violating the Agricultural Land Act. It is alleged that they bought farmland in the city of Gwangju for billions of won between 2015 and 2016. The police have yet to question them in person, but his father, the former chief of Gwangju FC, denied the allegations, and he says that he purchased the land as part of plans to build a football centre in the name of his son. Ki himself on Friday released a statement via his Instagram which echoed his father's comments. In other K-League 1 news, Jeonbuk keep their 6-point lead at the top of K-League 1 after a 0-0 draw away to Ulsan last Wednesday. Only one shot on target was recorded throughout the entire 90 minutes. Jeju United's win over FC Seoul moves them up to 3rd. For Seoul, though, it is a 6th loss in a row and enough for them to slip to 9th place in the table. Meanwhile, Incheon United picked up a first win in 7 and a first away win of the new campaign thanks to a 3-1 victory over Gyongnam FC. And on as a second-half sub, Stefan Magosha made his K-League comeback. Incheon United take on Ulsan this week and have been chosen as the team of the round. To explain why and what the marquee matches, and of course who the player to keep an eye on this weekend in K-League 1 is, here is Peter Hampshire.
Round 12 of K-League 1 concludes 3 games in a hectic week for the top tier of Korean football, and 4 winners from midweek face off first on Saturday afternoon with Pohang Steelers and Gwangju hosting Jeju United and Daegu respectively. Fresh from their draw at Ulsan Hyundai, Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors travel to Gangwon FC on Saturday evening. And then Sunday sees Ulsan visit a rejuvenated Incheon United before 2 all Gyeonggi-do clashes see FC Seoul travel to Suwon FC and Songnam FC hosting Suwon Samsung Blue Wings. The match of the round I've picked out is Pohang Steelers, currently in 4th, at home to Jeju United in 3rd. It's on Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock, and Pohang claim their first win at the Steelyard since the opening day on Tuesday, with Song Min-kyu netting a late winner to make it 9 points from the last 3 games for Kim Gi-dong's side. Moving up to 4th in the table, a win could see the Steelers climb further and leapfrog surprise package Jeju should they earn a 4th consecutive win. Both of these sides won in midweek, as I said, with the Tangerines turning around a 1-0 deficit at home to FC Seoul. There is double Min-kyu danger on Saturday with Pohang's Song and Jeju's Ju, both tied on 5 goals for goals scored in Hanwon-kyu K-League 1 this season. 21-year-old Song Min-kyu has shown great prowess with his head this year, and the winger ranks first in the division for expected goals and for one-on-one dribbling attempts. His namesake, Ju-min-kyu at Jeju, he may be a decade older than Song, but is rediscovering the form that saw him bag 17 goals for Sangju Sangwoo in 2017. Your team of the round is Incheon United. Jo Seung-hwan's Incheon earned their first points on the road this season with a 3-1 victory at Songnam on Wednesday. Having not won since round 5 of Hannawon-kyu K-League 1, it will have come as a great relief as a double of headers from Ngueba and Kim Hyun put Incheon into a commanding position. Songnam then fought back, but Elias Aguilar tucked home a penalty, netting at Tancheon from the spot, his 4th in 11 games. The Costa Rican midfielder is one player Incheon will look to this weekend if they are to break through Ulsan's stubborn defence. Another player putting in big performances at the other end of the pitch is goalkeeper Lee Tae-hee. While he has conceded the most in the league, he also tops the rankings for shots faced and shots saved. Another man returning is of course Stefan Magosa up front. He could relieve some of that burden on the back line, and the talismanic striker saw his first K-League minutes of the season at Songnam on Wednesday, replacing Aguilar from the bench. Your player of the round is Gangwon FC goalkeeper Lee Bum-soo. Gangwon boss Kim Byung-soo has numerous first-team goalkeepers at his disposal, with Lee Bum-soo, Kim Jong-ho and youngster Lee Kwang-yeon all battling for game time. However, it's former Gyongnam and Jeonbuk stopper Lee Bum-soo who has been Gangwon's preferred option this season, with the 30-year-old making 7 appearances and ranking first in League 1 for goals prevented per 90 minutes. He had kept 3 clean sheets in consecutive home games for Gangwon, but was absent and replaced by ex-Busan Ipark keeper Kim Jong-ho for Gangwon's midweek defeat to Gwangju. Whichever player Kim Byung-soo opts for between the sticks this weekend, they may be in for a busy night, as the league leaders remain unbeaten this season, and Jeonbuk of course also boast the league's top goal scorer in Stanislav Ilyachenko. Your games this weekend then: on Saturday, Pohang against Jeju, Gwangju host Daegu, and we finish off with Gangwon against Jeonbuk, and then 3 more games on Sunday: Incheon Ulsan Hyundai, Suwon FC, FC Seoul, and we finish with Songnam FC at home to Suwon Samsung Blue Wings. That's all from me. Back to you, Paul.
Thank you very much for that, Peter. Into K-League 2 now. Gyongnam FC winger Hwang Il-soo last weekend received an award for reaching 300 K-League matches. The 33-year-old was also given 3 million Korean won as a reward, but decided to donate the money to the Gyongnam FC Youth Foundation. In 300 appearances in K-League, Hwang has scored 48 and assisted 43 during spells with Daegu, Jeju, Sangju, Ulsan, and now the Reds of Gyongnam FC. More K-League 2 action coming up this weekend, of course, and to highlight the marquee match, the player and team of the round, here is George Slade.
Round 8 of the K-League 2 is upon us, and there are many enticing ties up ahead. The biggest drama is occurring just outside the 2 ends of the table, as every team from 2nd to 8th place could switch places with one another. The match of the round is 3rd placed Seoul Eland versus 5th place FC Anyang. Both of these teams are level on points and know that depending on how results go this weekend, they can rise as high as 2nd place or fall as low as 8th in the table. So there is certainly a lot to play for in Jamshil this Sunday. Seoul started the season as the most dominant team in the league by winning 3 games and drawing twice in their first 5 matches, scoring 12 times and conceding just once in that period. They did recently win the biggest game in their history by knocking rivals FC Seoul out in the FA Cup, but their league form has slowed down, losing to Gyongnam Asan and current league leaders Daejeon Hana Citizen. If Seoul can recapture their form, then their attacking quartet of Kim Jong-hwan, Leandro, Barbio and Benegas is good enough to sweep away any team in the league. But if their momentum has gone, then the club may not have too many other tactical options. Anyang's season has essentially been the opposite of Seoul's. While Anyang did kick off the season with a win against now bottom of the table Gyongnam, their next 4 league games consisted of 2 draws and 2 defeats. Anyang have seemingly put this form behind them, as in their last 2 games they have registered 2 2-1 wins over Busan Ipark and Gyongnam Asan, taking them alongside Seoul and Ansan Greeners on 11 points. Their 7 goals this season have been spread across 6 different goal scorers, emphasising how much of a team effort these wins have been. However, it is safe to say that they have benefited from having Nilsson Jr. in defence, who has been one of the most underrated foreigners in the K-League 2 for many years. It appears as this will be an interesting matchup with no guaranteed winner, but with both teams having a lot to fight for. The team of the round is first place Daejeon Hana Citizen. Daejeon started the season with a win over Buchan and then followed that up with 2 defeats. Since then, the club has gone on a superb run of form, winning all of their last 4 matches. It seems the current manager has been able to take the remains of a very talented but inconsistent squad from last season and managed to turn them into a better team all around. However, every one of these wins has only been by a single goal margin, with 4 of the 5 victories being 2-1, meaning that the club does not have the most dominant attack and their defence is not fully secure. As they travel to 4th place and Sangrinas, they cannot afford to rely too much on luck against a team that is only 4 points behind them. Daejeon do, though, seem to have the beginnings of an informed forward in the shape of Matthias Pato, who has scored in the last 2 games. Daejeon has also the added mental advantage of knowing that they are likely to remain top of the table by the end of the weekend, unless Gyongnam win by scoring at least 4 goals. The player of the round is An Byung-jun of 7th place Busan I-Park. Last season's K-League 2 top scorer with promoted Suwon FC missed out on a big move to K-League 1 club Gangwon due to his medical results. But relegated Busan I-Park took a chance on the North Korean international, and it looks like he has not lost his goal-scoring abilities. An is now the league's top scorer, with all 4 goals coming in his last 4 matches. These goals have helped Busan win 6 points, more than half of their total this season, meaning An will likely be their biggest attacking threat through much of the season. They will definitely need him this Saturday as they line up to face 2nd place Gyongnam Dragons, who have the joint 2nd best defensive record in the league this season. A win could see Busan rise as high as 2nd place, and An is the best person to give the club this essential win. The other fixtures this weekend: Gyongnam versus Buchan on Saturday, and on Sunday we have Chungnam Asan against Gimcheon Sangmu.
Fans, we want to hear from you. You're encouraged to email KLU at info@kleagueunited.com or tweet at KLeagueUnited with any questions, comments or reactions. Or follow us on Facebook to ask directly during one of our live shows.
Thank you very much for that, George. Over to the English Premier League now. Korean national team captain Son Heung-min on Thursday scored a last-minute winner for Spurs. At home to Southampton, Son converted a late spot kick to move Tottenham up to 6th place in what was the first game after the sacking of Jose Mourinho. The goal was Son's 15th league goal of the campaign, a personal best. His previous best was 14 for Tottenham in the 2015-16 campaign. Spurs take on Manchester City this Sunday in the Carabao Cup final, looking for a first piece of silverware since 2008. In other news, the WK League gets underway this Monday. Champions Incheon Hyundai Steel Red Angels start with a home fixture against Seoul. Well, that is it for this week. Thank you very much for tuning in. We have previews for both of the matches which have been picked for overseas broadcasting in K-League 1 over on kleague.com. There are also league-wide previews for both K-League 1 and 2, and of course individual match previews and all kinds of things on kleagueunited.com. We are on social media, all at K-League United, and to find us, the link is, as always, in the Bruno bio. Until next time, goodbye.
스코어 2대0 김남춘의 추가골. 지금 이준영 선수